Oh hey, and see you there. Yeah, I'm just on my way to a costume party. You see, I promised myself I'd get my friend count from 0.5 to at least 1 by the end of the year, and seeing it's October, I gotta take every chance I can get, you know? Oh no. No, I'm not going to jail today. I'm not going to jail today. Oh my god, I just killed a man. What the hell am I gonna do? I'm gonna spend the rest of my life in prison with a 6'5" Albanian man who's gonna shiv me with his toothbrush. I don't think I can handle being stabbed. I gotta get this guy to the hospital. Maybe I can turn this into content. I mean, Jake Paul did that Forrest thing and he's still got a career. What the hell am I saying? I wound up like Jake Paul being a 60-year-old man.
Okay, buddy. I want you to calmly explain yourself. What did you say you were going to do to me?
Do
you want to be a number like the others? Answer the damn question!
I was just gonna take you to the hospital!
Oh, that's all? Cool. I thought you were a cop.
Huh?
So, where are we going?
Obviously the hospital. I hit you 85 with my car. You should be... Weren't you all bloody just a second ago?
I changed my clothes. Oh, sweet. Scratch the hospital. That's lame. I want to see what this party's about.
Are you like the next Wolverine or something? You should have like 70 broken bones.
Reality doesn't apply to me. Eyes on the road, idiot! Oh, this thing's a piece of junk. You can't even play some good tunes.
Thank you, everybody. That was Tribute by Tenacious D. Oh, and of course, we can't forget to thank our sponsor, Sunshine Brain Care. We will make your brain happy. What's this? Breaking news. Two bad sons of or should I say daughters of have recently escaped Normal, Illinois' local mental asylum, Sunshine Brain Care. One female, 5'4", with propensity for black clothing, sharp knives, bad TV shows, and occult sacrifices. Boy, isn't that the whole package. And the other one, a female with a rather high body count. That's right, the local serial killer, Maggie Scorsese, 5'7". Her last known location was the border of Normal, Illinois. Now back to a regularly scheduled program of Tribute on repeat, 24/7.
So, see any good movies lately?
Yeah, Mission Impossible was pretty good. I also saw a TV show. You probably not heard of it. It's sort of a forgotten classic.
Oh, I didn't think that would, interesting. Tell me more.
On September 15th, 1991, we were treated to what I would call one of the best TV shows of the decade, Eerie, Indiana. We follow Marshall Teller, played by Leonard Omri Katz, and his sidekick Simon Holmes, played by Justin Shankaro. Marshall just oozes coolness, his hair, his outfit. It's that 90s cool kid persona. It's not too over the top. It's that perfect sweet spot where even now was an adult, he's got me thinking, man, I want to be as cool as he is when I grow up. Then we have Simon. I feel like this character could have been pretty annoying if played by a different actor. He's not as cool, he's a lot younger, but Justin Shankaro just brings such a charm to this little guy. The show's intro changes a couple times throughout its single season run, but every version has Simon doing this little run towards the camera. It cracks me up every time. I also love how Simon's one of the only characters to break the fourth wall. For the final episode, that is.
Simon, help. I just hate being second banana on the show. What show?
We'll get to that. Also, does anybody know why Marshall's dad looks exactly like Kyle MacLachlan?
McLaughlin?
McLaughlin?
McLaughlin.
McLaughlin.
McLaughlin? Does he have a Glock?
No!
But yeah, the resemblance is uncanny. I swear these two could be brothers. Marshall's family doesn't get a lot of screen time, but the moments they do get are excellent. Maybe it's just me with my Twin Peaks brain rot, but his dad's just so fun. He's a scientist who tests products before they hit store shelves, which leads to some humorous moments. Although, once again, this praise may just be because he looks like Kyle Lincoln?
Lincoln on? What?
I don't know.
Lachlan?
McLaughlin?
McLaughlin?
McLovin?
Marshall's mother runs a planning business, though this is really only brought up in the first episode, and from then on, she doesn't really do a ton. But the little we do get leaves me wanting more. Marshall's sister probably gets the shortest end of the stick. In Marshall's narrations, she's labeled the airhead sister when at no point does she actually, do anything airheaded. Back in March 2020, there was a podcast started called Return to Eerie, Indiana. I shared the opinion with them that his sister's great, but she's just not given enough screen time. And of course, Marshall's narrations are just overly harsh towards her. Return to Eerie, Indiana actually helped a lot in making this video. They did interviews with several actors that were on the show. If after my spiel you still want to hear more, I highly recommend watching it.
But that's a podcast! How are you supposed to watch it, dummy? Oh, I never thought of it like that.
We also have a character that was brought in later in the show's run. Dash X. Possibly the worst name they could have given the character.
It would probably be worse if he was named after H.P. Lovecraft's cat.
Yeah, that'd be pretty messed up.
It's just Dash X is such a clunky name. It physically hurts my jaw if I say it too much in a row. He can call himself Dash X, but I can't call myself At. From what I understand, he was brought in to shake up the show a bit because ratings weren't doing as well as they hoped. Personally, I like him. I think the episodes he's in are some of the best the show has to offer.
Okay, I understand the show has characters, but what the hell is it about? I mean, you've been talking about this for
8 minutes 1.14 seconds now.
and I still don't know what the hell the show is about.
Be patient, I'm getting to it.
Eerie Indiana is a TV show that gives Twin Peaks meets Twilight Zone for kids energy. We follow Marshall Teller, a kid who has just moved to Eerie, Indiana because his dad got a job opportunity. Almost everybody in the town thinks it's the most normal place on Earth, but the strangest stuff just seems to keep happening right under their noses. Marshall Teller realizes this and sets out to research and document every single strange occurrence happening in Eerie. I refer to Twin Peaks due to its suburban mystery angle, and to the Twilight Zone due to it basically being an anthology. It does reference past events and generally keeps the same characters from episode to episode, but the episodes are so varied in topic, from set design, writers, directors, can be completely different from episode to episode, that I would call it anything but ordinary.
Ba-dum-ching.
The entire show has this almost dreamlike sense of kids playing pretend, and this infectious, lighthearted atmosphere that just makes every single episode just such a joy to watch. The set design and the color grading of the show are amazing. It is a crime that we do not have a 4K remaster of this. You can watch 80% of this show without any audio and have an amazing time watching this essentially a moving painting. Particularly among 90s TV, the show looks spectacular. And that makes sense seeing as the show was incredibly expensive to produce. The episode titled The Losers, spent on the main set. Wait, am I reading this right? $1 million! Apparently making this one of the most expensive TV sets at the time. Creators had a rough time getting the show out there. Time slots kept getting changed around. They were put up against 60 Minutes, and they were told to make the show appropriate for 5-year-olds. And they weren't even given more than 1 season to find their footing, and they did a fantastic job with the hand they were dealt. They got around the age restrictions by bringing up classic fairy tales. You know, like Little Red Riding Hood getting eaten alive by a wolf, or The Little Mermaid killing herself, or Humpty Dumpty not being an egg. One restriction they couldn't get around was an episode subverting the satanic panic. You know, when people were saying D&D and music would literally summon Satan himself and he'd eat your child's soul or something.
Wait, you mean Footloose was a real thing?
No. It was way worse. The episode in question is the 13th. The Devil's Number. Or, one of the Devil's Numbers. It was never aired for its risque content.
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me.
AKA saying that it may be the parents' fault if a child's acting out and not the devil himself. Broken Record is decently high up on my list of favorite episodes, particularly out of the pre-X episodes. Marshall, Simon, and one of Marshall's friends, Todd McNulty?
Todd McNulty.
If you don't mind me getting slightly off topic, all of Marshall's friends, apart from Simon, seem to just disappear. They show up in one episode and either get killed off by the end or are never mentioned again. Marshall introduces Todd to a band called the Pitbull Surfers. For a second, I really thought that it was the Bulldog Surfers. For real for a second. I've never believed in the Mandela effect thing, but I think I might be starting to believe it now. Please, somebody tell me you remember the Bulldog Surfers. I'm losing my mind. And Todd immediately falls in love with the band, mainly because his dad is just an awful person. We kind of see this a lot in the show. Simon's parents are very neglectful, and Todd's dad does nothing but berate his son. And in the episode Who's Who, we meet a girl named Sue Bob, whose living arrangements are beyond unacceptable for a child. And let us not forget the crazy woman shoving her kids in Tupperware containers.
The what?
I'm getting to it. Be patient. Marshall feels bad about getting his friend into the Pitbull Surfers because apparently they have some fondness for Nazis.
Not really that into the Pitbull Surfers. I mean, you know, with all that dumb Nazi stuff, I kind of think they're a joke. Don't you?
Which is a crazy thing to just casually drop in a single sentence of a kid's show. And they just never bring it up again.
I kill people and I'm not even cool with that.
What? So Marshall's trying to convince Todd to give a band that would be a bad influence on him. But Todd won't give it up. His dad just keeps getting worse and worse. So Todd transforms his room into a shrine for the Pitbull Surfers. He then crashes a milk truck and the punk gets his ears pierced. His dad's now freaking out, saying, "There's hidden messages in the music that turn the freaking frogs gay." So he runs upstairs with a police officer, Todd, his mom, Marshall, just everybody watching, as he goes into the room and spins the record backwards. And the hidden demonic message he hears is himself verbally abusing his son.
Why can't you pull your own weight? Do I have to do everything for you?
What is wrong with you? Aren't you stupid enough? Isn't your mind already full of mush? You want to pollute that worthless brain of yours even more? And why can't you get a haircut? Why can't you study more? Why aren't you doing your chores? Learn that pew-pew cold music off and go to bed before you destroy what few brain cells you have left. Why don't you practice? What?
We can't have double overseeing messages like that on public airwaves.
It only aired later in reruns, being placed at the end of the series, even though it was not that.
Glad to know this place is normal. Thanks, sign.
I'd say my least favorite episode is Just Say No to Fun. The Retainer is a close second. I just think some of the visuals, mainly the kennel and them finding human remains, just brings the episode up a little bit for me, personally. Just Say No to Fun is an episode that just didn't really click with me. Looking back, it wasn't bad. There's some good gags, and the World of Stuff has a really nice scene, but the rest of the episode just didn't really work for me. I didn't find the glasses villain that interesting. Brainwashing visual was fine, personally. I didn't love it, but there's nothing technically wrong with it. And the gag at the end, I feel, could have been a little bit better. They gave the villain a catchphrase that sends them into a never-ending funny fit. But the phrase isn't really that funny. They then proceed to get behind the wheel of the car while under the influence of the funny. And we all know, if you're trying to be funny, the funniest thing you can do while behind the wheel of a car is crash it in a silly way, you know? Ram it into an orphanage or something. Some of my favorite episodes are the episode Mr. Cheney, which reminds me a lot of the short story The Lottery. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a direct influence on the episode. Both stories have a lottery that basically everyone's super excited for, and the end result is rather grim. The episode Broken Record, great one. Dead Letter, which has Tobey Maguire, which is crazy. They got frickin' Spider-Man to get hit by a milk truck and die. He does a great job in this episode, though the ending feels a little weird at times. They seem to have handled it decently well, though you'll probably still do a double take at some point. The show had a surprising amount of big names behind it, or almost behind it, that including Leonardo DiCaprio.
The foot fetish guy?
No, Tarantino's the foot fetish guy. Leonardo DiCaprio is the guy who needs an EpiPen every time he sees someone over 20. There's so many good episodes that I could not list all of them without just telling you every single episode verbatim. There's an episode where a literal demon shows up and buys every single person's soul in the town of Eerie, and that demon is then defeated by an IRS agent. The show is peak fiction! There's also the episode Heart on a Chain, very memorable episode. Marshall falls in love with a new girl who has a heart condition, and his friend...
Here we go again.
I can't remember his name. That's not a criticism to him. That's more just because we only know him for so long. Both of them fall in love with the new girl and they give her gifts. Marshall gives her a canned jump scare. And Marshall's friend gives her a heart on a chain. The kid is always saying, live fast, die young, leave a good-looking corpse. I wonder what he does later in the episode.
He drinks some milk?
Kinda close.
Brian, look out.
He's dead. And the girl with the heart condition gets his heart. Huh. His heart then seems to possess her, leading her to think, live fast, die young, leave a good-looking corpse, is words to live by. It's a great episode, a little bit on the predictable side, but regardless, still holds a great emotional punch. I'm telling you, there's something about this milk truck stuff. In the episode The Broken Record, a kid crashes a milk truck. In Heart on a Chain, a kid gets killed by a milk truck. In Dead Letter, another kid gets killed by a milk truck. There's even an episode called The Lost Hour, where Marshall ends up going to a parallel universe and meets himself as an older man driving a milk truck. That's not even taking into account the symbolic nature of milk in movies. We all know only villains drink pure milk. I'm telling you, there's something here. Maybe Marshall's the villain. How else would you explain this so-called Nazi music, huh? Tell me. I know there's something here. Nazis, the milk truck, the files. It's all connected. Where is she?
Nice job, Alex Jones. You wrecked the car. Now how are we gonna get to that party?
I think we have bigger problems.
So what? You took a wrong turn.
There's no turns on that road. It's straight onto the city. I couldn't get turned around if I tried. Rude.
I'll tell you what. I will prove it to you. I'm gonna walk through that forest until I find civilization. I'll call for backup, and I will use this string to find my way back. Sound good?
Stop doing that!
I guess we do have a bigger problem.
I guess we do. So, where was I?
I don't think now is some time to be talking about some old children's TV show from the 90s.
Ah, yeah, the final episode. The final episode of the show is Reality Takes a Holiday. It is, from what I can tell, the most fondly remembered episode out of them all. It seems that anybody who's ever seen the show particularly loves to talk about this one the most. And that's really why I'm not going to talk about it that much. I kind of don't want to ruin the magic. The episode was way ahead of its time in so many ways. It was also a pretty big departure for Dash X's character. Instead of being this dark and edgy man who plays by no rule book, but at the end of the day, he always helps his friends, even if they'd rather not call them friends. Once again, playing into that sense of kids playing pretend. Instead, he is actively malicious and literally tries to shoot Marshall multiple times. That's not just like hyperbole or anything. No! Seriously, the show is insane. It's crazy some of the stuff they got away with. In my research, I couldn't tell for sure if when they made this episode, they knew for a fact that it was going to be the final episode. But it seems they were pretty sure. And you can tell. It'd be pretty hard for a show to go back to its normal format after a mind-boggling episode like this. If for some reason you've listened to me rant about all of this and don't plan to watch any episodes from the show, go watch this one, at least, please. And also Tornado Day. Shout out to all my Tornado Day fans out there. You're the real ones.
So is that it? A show that received endless praise was canceled after one season to lost to the fans of time?
Yeah, basically.
Huh?
Was some more.
Do tell.
There were some books. I haven't read them, not really much to say there. Alex Hirsch actually took a lot of inspiration from the show in creating Gravity Falls. So, if you want more Eerie Indiana, go watch Gravity Falls. And if you've already seen Gravity Falls and want more of that, well, go ahead and watch Eerie Indiana. There was also a continuation series.
Why didn't you tell me that earlier?
Because it sucks so much! They replaced Marshall Teller with a guy named Mitchell Taylor, and that kid that replaced him is nowhere near as cool. The show uses a lot of green screen when they clearly have no clue how to do a green screen, like at all. I get I'm not in the best place to talk about this, because I'm not really good at green screen either, but this is just egregious. In one episode, they use an adult actor who's playing an adult throughout the episode to play himself as a child, and they just have the camera looking down on him. There's no making this up. This is so freaking insane. The writing is horrible. The actors look like they were bought off Wish.com. They're poor imitations of themselves. In the first episode, they reused footage from the original show to make the stupid shoehorn plot premise that the weirdness from Eerie, Indiana is seeping into this other dimension through some guy selling televisions. Yes, admittedly, it kind of ties into the original show. It's just so dumb. Everything is bad. It's so bad. I think the first episode's probably the best out of the entire show. Maybe one of the final episodes beats out, but doesn't matter. It sucks. It sucks so much. Don't bother. It was brought back on air because the original show reran on the Fox box back in the day and got good ratings, so they wanted more Eerie Indiana to fill out the time slots. It was literally a filler show. That was it. Seriously, I wouldn't even watch this as a so bad it's good thing. It's just bad. Don't bother.
God, comes up the real deal.
The original show was a critical darling, canceled before its time. It only failed because they didn't know how to market it, and they didn't know how to market it because horror kids boom didn't exist yet. Like, Goosebumps didn't exist. There's an argument to be made that Goosebumps wouldn't exist without Eerie Indiana. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that Goosebumps came about because they wanted Eerie Indiana books, so they approached R.L. Stein to write that. Are You Afraid of the Dark wasn't a thing yet. They had nothing to model their advertising off of. And the show was dealt basically the worst hand it could have gotten. Jumped around different time slots. It's a crime it was killed so young.
So basically, nothing has been done to the show since the 90s.
Not exactly. There was also a podcast. There were a couple interviews conducted, and basically they've all shown that they've been trying to bring back the show for years. Writers, the directors, everybody wants to do it. The actors, they've talked about bringing Marshall back, maybe making Simon Mayer in a reboot, or bringing in new kids. But because of a stupid company called Hearst Entertainment, who isn't in the entertainment business anymore, is refusing to sell the rights to the original creators because, well, if somebody wants to buy the rights, nobody else is trying to buy the rights. But the creators are. They're trying to buy the rights. They've tried over and over and over again, but Hearst won't give it to them. I don't endorse harassment of anybody, except Hearst Entertainment. Email them, call them, text them, flood their mailboxes. I don't care. This show was a critical darling, killed before its time. It deserves a second chance. And because of Hearst Entertainment, they might not get that. I know. What's that? You see that?
What is it?
That's our ticket out of here. Hey, let's go back.
Oh, hell no! That place gives me the creeps. I'm not falling for the old cabin in the woods trick. No cold sacrifices or Necronomicon for me today, thank you very much.
Fine, I'll go check it out myself. The thing's f***ing loud. What?
I see you're awake.
I guess I am.
I suppose you have some questions, don't you?
First, what the hell? Second, what the hell? Third, what the hell? And fourth, who's your interior decorator? This is actually pretty nice.
Oh, I did it myself. Do you like it?
Yeah. Creepy, well-done drawings and bloodstained tools really bring out the vibe.
Aw, thank you. You're too kind.
A little bit off topic. Can you tell me what the hell's going on?
Oh, how rude of me. I'm guessing you got stuck in the forest. Am I right?
How did you know about that?
Yeah, sorry about that. It's the ritual thing I'm doing. Until it's completed, everyone within a 30-mile radius is trapped. That's why I did it in the woods, so nobody would really notice, or be able to call the police, or priest, or anything about this.
I guess that's understandable. What's this ritual about?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. It has to do with this evil person named Zogar the Evil, and you have to give him blood sacrifice, and I don't know if you heard of this, but there's this really good old TV show called Eerie Indiana.
I totally understandable. Go right ahead. I get it. Yeah. Go ahead.
Wow, I've never seen anybody so willing to throw away their Last year, Indiana the Other Dimension.
Whoa. You mean one of the worst shows I've ever seen, with some of the worst green screen, worst characters. Like, the worst part is that his dad doesn't even look like Kyle MacLachlan anymore. McLincoln? McLaughlin? McPoppin?
McLaughlin? Does he have a Glock?
No, he doesn't have a Glock. What the hell are you talking about?
This intolerance of the divine must be punished. Zogar will have your soul, and I will make sure that peace and prosperity punishes you. Pay attention to these words, because they will be the last words you ever hear!
They don't even make sense!
Surprise, bitch! That's Chekhov in action, baby.
I am sad to say Epic Fight Scene.mp4 is missing, so please enjoy this audio drama instead.
Dude, you shot me. Zogar's not gonna be happy about
She's
this.
getting back up. Do something!
Okay, I see a gun, and if I think Zogar shall have
No, wait, don't stab me! Ow! Ow!
And his mighty than sword.
Stop it, it hurts!
Angelia must be Italian.
Just breathe, damn it, breathe!
What the hell? Damn it, I know I should have learned Latin before buying that stupid book.
Specto in animas vestras et video peccatum, tamen, aliquod bonum aduc manet, spectate in facem Dei, sentite senivibus super reginam vestra, per carnem et ossa in animam vestra. Praesentia vestra in me, memoria vestra mutata secum Spiritus vestra tenebrosa praesentia quae vos implorere. Tardicinum vers meus purgamina, meretrix, ita auspicitate creaturibus.
Hey, what just happened? There's nothing left. What do you mean there's nothing left? It means you went over budget, are way behind schedule, and the producers got sick of your pretending to be David Lynch shit. So they pulled funding, and that is all we have. No, there has to be an ending. Do it yourself, you're on your own. Ugh. You didn't even get it out on Halloween. I don't see what the point is anymore. You can't even keep a once-a-month schedule. You want this to be your job? I quit. I'll show him.
Damn it. The party is over. All I wanted to do is make one friend this year. Why is that so hard? I go out. I use the internet. Is it something with me? Am I not likable, or not entertaining? Or is it something which society constantly focused on streamlining our lives, so the only way that we could make a long-term friend is through the traditional office job, or I.R.L. school? I guess this is it. This is my life alone, screaming into the void.
Stop it with the melodramatics already. It's depressing. Look, if I'll be your friend, will you please just shut up?
Yes, guilt tripping works.
This is why we can't have nice things.